Aloha everyone, Joshua Hayes at BigWaveTrading.com. This stock market is still being completely held hostage by absolutely insane political leaders around the world. Every day it just gets uh, more and more ignorant, out of control, and just absurd, and no different today. Stock market is moving along nice and steadily. Excellent bounce, reversal off the 200-day moving average following the selling on Friday. And then all of a sudden, comments from our favorite tweeter started to come out, and of course, the market rolled over in the close. The good news, volume for once on the rollover was lower than the session before. Normally has not been the case, so that is the first time that I've seen positive divergence in the volume on the selling. So it wasn't quite as extreme. The velocity wasn't that harsh, but still pretty big reversal of the gain. Still, that being said, index is finished higher. That is a slight positive. I'll take it for now. We are not breaking down just yet. Wouldn't surprise me if we do, but so far, the pulling back that I see in the big cap stocks that you see me kind of rolling through here, yeah, it's nothing to get too, oh my God, we're definitely going to crash to new lows about. So just stay calm and carry on, as they say in Britain. But bottom line is that this market's really range bound. I can draw multiple trend lines all over the place. It just doesn't matter where you go. You can go from here to here, so you've got that support line here. You've got this uptrend line here. You got the 200-day moving average right there. Then you've just got, the recent old highs right here, that you got to get through there. Then you also got to get through the downtrending 50-day moving average. Then there's this gap up area here. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3 down here, 1, 2, 3 up here. We're range bound in between 3 resistance areas, 3 support levels on the NASDAQ, and many, 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 many other indexes. Basically all of them. There's 3 clear resistance levels, even in the Russell 2000. There's 3 clear support lines. So very, very, very range bound as we head into May. Don't know what that says about the summer coming up. Maybe it'll do the opposite of what it normally does, just like March and April's been the opposite. April is one of the strongest months for stock market returns, and so far it's been complete trash thanks to the political powers that be. The market doesn't like uncertainty, and that's all we have. Now, finally, some good news. I've told you, this is one of the strangest downtrends. I'm still getting long signals. The vast majority are still working, and the ones that fail, they're only leaving me with small losses. The only mistake I made is a couple weeks ago, I decided to increase size just a little bit on some of the new long positions. There's one too many new long positions, and the market did what the market does. So it caught me with just a little bit slightly more loss than I want to have on a dollar loss amount, but still, my max pain, quote, quote, max pain right now is so tiny, and a big, major, strong uptrend like off the 2009 lows or the 2003 lows especially, my max pain is at least 10 times to 20 times larger than it currently is now. So just keep that in mind. We're going to just go small through. But like I was saying, for the first time in a long time, despite the reversal today, I have no new long positions. Very, very happy about that. Only flagged 2 stocks as potential future long positions, not even possible long positions today. PAR, and once again, do you notice it's a thin stock? It's very, very small micro cap. And TCI, do you notice thin stock, small micro cap? Looks fine. What downtrend? PAR, what downtrend? And then that takes us to our ad signals. SPAR, what downtrend? GTXI, what downtrend? So it's kind of a weird market, but it looks like these small cap, mid cap, micro caps, they're doing fine. SPAR, that is a legit ad signal today. CanSlim quality stock, perfect speculator quality stock, confirmed in my price volume Bob scan. It's an ad signal, 1% of my account capital. Candle over candle, engulfing candle over candle on heavier volume, higher BOP. Gonna get long, limit order 1685. Your first cut loss right there. 1585 goes below it, 1580, you're out half, final cut loss. That last green BOP day on that uptrend from the lows. Now you can widen it up. Maybe you do one stop here, one stop here, one stop here, 3 stops. Maybe you do one stop here, one stop here, maybe one stop here, one stop here. It's up to you. For me, the green bop rules right now. So I got one stop here and I got a final stop right there. 1505, I believe. Yep, 1505. So it hits 1505. I'll be all out of SPAR, but either way, it's only 1% of my account capital. It's not 5%. It's not 10%. God forbid I'll ever get a 20% end of day long signal ever again. But 1%, that's it. Pretty tight stops. If it doesn't work, doesn't work. No skin off my back. And then the final ad signal, which is really a buyback signal because I decided to be too tight with my stops. Legitimately wise, knocked completely out of GTXI intraday this day right here. It has done nothing but consolidate since. I got very heavier volume, bullish engulfing hammer, candle over candle pattern, price bar. BOP did fall, but it's still a very strong green. Since it's a perfect speculator quality stock, even though biotech stocks aren't doing well, as you can see, one stock, AVXS, this is a 100% full sell signal on an end-of-day basis since it's being bought out for cash. Was already knocked out, just like GTXI. So, didn't buy AVXS back. Now we'd be living with 157% gain, so maybe I should buy GTXI back. So that's what I'm going to do. 0.5% of my account capital. Limit order, 1910 to high of the day since it's not extended. And for you guys, your first cut loss level should be 1756. And then your final cut loss level 1673. But in full disclosure, full disclosure, going to have one here at 1756, one here at 1673. And since the initial long position was here, and if I wouldn't have been too tight, I would have had one stop here and one stop here. I'll go ahead and have a third right here at 1506. But you can be sure that if we lose this level, especially losing this level with green BOP, and if it does it on heavier volume, that low will not come into play. But that's it for the ad signals. GTXI and SPAR, no new long positions. TCI and PAR were the only two to consider in the future. They're going to need to consolidate more sideways because, as you can see, PAR is extended from the 20 and 50 and 200, while TCI is extended from the 50, 200, and the 10 and 20. So that's 4 moving averages extended from then stock. But, at least there's some good patterns out there. They're just all in small stocks. Now getting to the sell signals, AVXS, this is a 100% cash deal. It's done. If you are still long AVXS, you sell all. You do not wait for a higher price. You do not wait for it to go to 218, the buyout price. This stock is dead. Dead money. Take the money and run. 157% gain on the position. And YNDX on an end-of-day basis, 34.66. The close may not be below 34.19, but this is a confirmation close below the 50-day moving average. We're splitting hairs to the 200-day moving average. It's crashing below these April, March, and basically the February closing lows with very, very, very high negative price velocity and very, very, very heavy volume, with BOP really rolling over to negative levels. So YNDX is a 100% full sell signal, 18% gain on the position. LPSN, 50% sell signal. Whatever I have left, half of it gets moved to 0.5 cents below today's low day, or 0 cents. I don't think it's it is a 1 cent stock. Okay, never mind. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Either way, it's 1 cent if it's a normal stock. 5 cents is a 5-cent stock. I can't remember anymore with this one, LPSN. But whatever I have left, since these are my final stops, half will be moved to today's low day. LPSN closing below the 20-day moving average on above average volume. SBBX closing below the 50-day moving average on above average volume after BOP has already gone red. Half will be moved to right here. And then I think my final stops for now is down here. Maybe it's right here. I'm not sure. But either way, it's just where this green BOP is. But whatever I have left, half goes to today's low a day. SMPL, 50% sell signal. It needs to close below this low right here to be a full sell signal. Even a close below this low would do well, 1294, closing at 1298 is above it. But heavier volume, losing green BOP, it's a 50% sell signal. Whatever I have left, 50% goes here. I think it's like 23 shares or something like that, but 12 will go right there. GTT, I've been completely knocked out of it. I moved my final stop to this low a day here as this big crack here on heavier volume, and then the sideways price action wasn't looking as bullish as I wanted it to. So I'm completely out of GTT already, but if you are still long, you move half of your stops to here, and no matter what, you should have a final half here. If GTT reverses and moves higher, I'm going to feel like an idiot, but I'd rather be tight here than not tight. This market's really weird. IDSA, this is a 50% sell signal, even though it's on below average volume. It's its first close below the 50-day moving average since the long signal back here. So no matter what, especially since it's basically done nothing, it's definitely a 50% full sell, 50% partial sell signal. Whatever I have left, half is right here, and obviously I got a stop here and a stop here. So 25 here, 25 here, 50 right there. And then the final sell signal, MRTN, another 50% sell signal. This will not trigger a 100% sell signal till it closes below 21. Once it closes below 21, that'll be a full sell signal. But even though it's a confirmation close below the 50-day moving average, it hasn't really violated any support level with any extreme price velocity. So it's just 50%. Half of what I have goes below today's low day. My final stop remains right here. All right, everyone, I'll see you in the chat room Tuesday morning. Hopefully we can get through a night, evening, future session without too much negative political headlines. We'll see. Interesting times.